Testing.
Hey.
Are we on?
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, John. Welcome. Thank you for
Thank you.
joining me on this awesome vaporware presentation. You can tell what my new opinion is of Prelude to Axanar just by looking at the artwork.
Indeed.
And Boosh McFadden is going to join us on the panel today. Long time no see, Commander.
We're just going to be watching the movie, right? Like I'm just going to leave my mic on mute, if that's all right.
We're going to be stopping and starting, so we don't piss off people. So we're going to be lambasting it if we need to.
Good deal.
So you can throw in your 2 cents whenever we stop the movie. All right, Omnicast is here. I want to give a quick shout out. John was first in the chat, followed by Brad Wolf, and then Boosh came in, and now he's on the panel. And Omnicast is now here, and he'll be here in a few minutes, he says. And Brad Wolf, sure, click on that link on the top. We're going to have a full party for Prelude tonight. Forgive me, folks. I'm snacking on something which we should no longer fear. And enjoying every sensuous moment. This is probably one of the best bananas I've ever had. So, gentlemen, how much do you know about the true story of Prelude to Axanar, about what happened and why we're here now? And welcome, Brad Wolf.
Not a damn thing.
Ah.
Well, I know that Alex Peters did a little bit too good job of fundraising.
Indeed, he did. And welcome, Brad Wolf. How you doing tonight?
I'm doing all right.
Glad to have you here. So,
normally I have something going on about this time, but it was canceled earlier in the week, so.
I figure this is probably good timing. Sunday night. Everybody's winding down. You might want to sit back, relax, crack open a beer, and watch somebody lambast a Star Trek fan film. Figure, why not?
Yeah, why not?
All the good times any. Hey, folks, pardon me again. I'm feasting on something which we should no longer fear thanks to the Aronov device. Prelude to Axanar is what we're about to watch, and it has turned into the biggest piece of vaporware ever. And here's Omnicast.
Hello, everybody.
Hi.
Resistance is
Greetings.
futile.
As always.
So just a little bit of background, technically. Prelude to Axanar is another one of those green screen fan films with actual actors from Star Trek. Up to date, has 5.5 million views. Has been online for 9 years. And
Wow.
it's a very short fan film with Richard Hatch, Tony Todd, Vernon, not Vermin. J.G. Hertzler and Gary Graham.
Oh, J.G. Hertzler. Okay.
Yep. So we have Richard Hatch was Starbuck, right? No, wait, no. Who was Richard Hatch in the original?
Apollo.
No, he was like
I
vice
think.
president.
He was Adama's son.
Apollo, that's right. That's right. That's right. And then Tony Todd, of course, Kern, the Hirogen from the first Hirogen.
Candyman.
Kate Vernon was also on the new Battlestar Galactica. She was the XO's wife. Turned out to be a Cylon.
Oh, yeah.
No, wait, no. Was she a Cylon? Yeah, she was a Cylon, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
The Kono's wife was also a Cylon, yeah.
That's right.
One that had
J.J.
her
Hertzler,
memories blocked or whatever.
Of course, everybody knows J.J. Hertzler from The Emissary.
Mm-hmm.
He was the captain of the Saratoga.
Right, that's what he's known for, right? Mostly.
Yep.
In Star Trek.
yeah.
Got it. Okay. Nothing else. Right.
Nothing else. No.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
I don't know who this Martok guy is that everybody's
Yeah.
so crazy.
And on that non-canon show, he had a role too, right?
Yeah.
Couple. I
Yeah. The
Yeah.
show.
You know, here I thought he was just known as that changeling guy we saw once.
Oh yeah. What was his name? Oh, that's right. He flew up to the shuttle, the runabout in space. Came in through one of the exhaust ports. Yeah, that's right.
Where changelings can live, Terry. Changelings
Exactly.
can survive in space, Terry.
Maybe because she was altered, she couldn't. She had blood in her now, right? That's why she
Yeah,
froze.
that's why. I mean,
That's why, right?
That's obvious. I mean, and I'm not being sarcastic about that. She was tortured.
Right.
Yeah, the red flags went up when I saw that scene where she shattered into a million pieces and died. I was kind of glad she was dead.
Reminded me of Terminator 2, right? When he froze the T-1000 or whatever, right? Shattered into a million pieces.
What really should have happened, what would have really made me smile, was after she shattered, since her pieces went down in front of the ship's deflector. Since the deflector pushes everything away, it just like pushes everything to smaller pieces of dust away from the ship. And then she's really dead and can't come back. Anyway. And Gary Graham, who was also he was on Voyager as the One Ocampa.
Yes. And a show called Alienation, I think, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
He was also on some sort of damn non-canon show too. I don't know what.
Yeah, it's just a minor role on that one.
Yeah.
It's true. Very minor. It was non-canon anyway. It didn't really count.
Right, John?
I may have to agree to disagree on that one.
No, it's a dumb non-canon show. I don't know why it's
Where?
and Tokyo makes me sound like Bernie Sanders.
But was he in
Love
Next
Mr.
Generation
President.
too?
Great guy. Wish you were here.
Yeah, I know. We're channeling him again.
And he'll-
But
he'll
was
hear.
Graham in Next Generation? I can't remember if he was or not.
Graham?
As maybe an alien or something, or in DS9. Did he?
Was
Not that I know of.
Okay.
I don't know.
Usually they start you off as an alien, right? And then you kind of work your way to being a human face. Even though he had some credentials. I mean, he was a star actor in a hit TV series.
Can you imagine Star Trek being like a fast food restaurant? I guess voted from background ND with heavily made up face to 3 lines with a heavily made up face and nobody can see me. And now
Well, Jeffrey
tomorrow,
Combs. Yeah. The same thing.
tomorrow I get to have pointed ears in a minor line. Someday I'm going to be a captain.
That's right. No makeup.
Yeah, but Jeffrey Combs, man, what a masterful actor he is.
But he was a movie star. I mean, he was in movies. I should say he's a movie star. He was in movies. He was a lead character, actor in TV shows and movies, but they started him off in full makeup. No, you can join us, but just play an alien over here who wants to mess around with a hologram of Kira. Yeah, that's cool. See how you do, and then we'll get the makeup off of you.
Little bit. You got to leave like this. No, they didn't, because they turned him into a Ferengi after that.
That's true.
No, wait,
More
he was
makeup.
He was before that, wasn't he?
No. It was that alien first, that weird one that wanted to mess around with Kira. Then it was the Brunt, I think, right?
Yeah.
Or then it was Wayoon and then Brunt, right?
Brent was before Wayoon.
Brent was
Yeah,
before
Brunt.
Wayoon. Okay.
Yeah.
And then that alien was Quark. Hello, I've been waiting for you.
In the bed.
Yeah. Armin Shimmer, what a master he was.
Yeah,
oh no, he
he's
was
great.
Quark. He was on Kira's body. I've been waiting.
His head was on. Yeah. God.
And then there's Mark Alaimo.
He started off as the gorilla guy, right, from the Next Generation. Wasn't he? The Antikin or the whatever.
Romulan Neutral Zone.
No. Before that, he was on. What was it called?
Romulan.
Yeah.
John, help me out.
Yeah, he did have the one role before that. It was in Lonely Among Us.
Lonely Among Us.
Yeah,
He was one of the
This is why-
delegates.
Oh, I completely forgot
Oh,
about
I think
that.
it's season 1. I'm sorry. Sorry, brother.
And you can even see his lips moving. You just see his mouth going up and down, right? Is that with the mask that he was wearing?
Yeah, something like that.
We've seen humans consume meat.
I'll eat some more meat. Here, give me that burger.
I was listening to this
All right, I'm trying to stop.
sci-fi sci-fi story reading channel. There was this story where humans in the future and none of us have guns, but we managed to lead two groups of aliens to save our neck of the galaxy from an invasion because we were centered between them and we just kept sending ships back and forth, but no humans had guns. It was like, well, it's an interesting story, but I don't see humans not having weapons of any kind ever being realistic. So when I hear like, we saw humans eating meat, like, yeah, that sounds a lot more realistic. Yep. Even in the future.
Well, you know what they say about the future, right? I think Omnicast remembers this one.
What's that?
The things we've done and said, let's just push the button, we'd be better off dead.
The song, right? The song you're talking about?
Because I hate you. Yes. And I berate you.
Yes. Star Trek 4.
You know, I can't wait to get to you. I got to blast that on my next live stream instead of one of those. No, I'll get copyrighted, won't I?
You absolutely
Yeah,
will.
probably.
Yeah, you get hit.
Boo. Screw you, YouTube. You know what? Follow me on Rumble. I only need 2 more followers on Rumble and I can go live and I can abandon ship here. And I can play I Hate You in my on my standby music thing. Come on.
I'll join Rumble just for you. I'm not even on Rumble.
The link is down. Should be down in the description for the channel that I run.
Okay.
And I'm putting our live streams over there as well. I can't record there, but I can upload there. So I'm going to start uploading most of my standby videos over there because for some reason I'm going to say something wrong and it'll get shadow banned here, but it'll get pushed over there. So, all right. So without further ado, let's get back onto the topic of Prelude to Axanar, which was a multi-million view and multi-million-dollar success, which is what got this project in a lot of trouble in the first place. That and the creator pocketed a lot of money that he shouldn't have. And when he was audited, found out that any portion that's not going to the production out of pocket and going into the pockets of the actors, of everybody else, is a violation. And what got everybody in trouble was that this was non-sanctioned, non-union work. So the actors got into a lot of trouble for doing this as well, allegedly. Although I do think Alec Peters is a member of SAG. I could be wrong. But it doesn't matter because he got into a world of trouble for this anyway. And the awesome Robert Meyer Burnett-led project was set on fire, and then said fire was put in a paper bag full of dog poop, and that was set on fire, and then that burning bag of burning dog poop was given to us, the fans, and now we have what we have now. So, ladies and gentlemen, I wish there were ladies watching this. I hope there are at some point soon. Going to present to you our version of Axanar, which is the stop and talk and lambast version of this movie. The link for the original is down in the description. All credit goes to the Axanar production team. For the time, they did a wonderful job, and this should still withstand the test of time. So without further ado, anybody got any pre-game comments before we go?
I don't remember watching this. I know I did a while ago, but I didn't watch it before this video, so this is gonna be, a refresher to me. Whatever happened with the Tim Russ stuff, though? He did some of these videos too, didn't he? These fan films.
Oh yeah, he did. But that Renegades,
right?
Was originally Star Trek production. They decided to try after this happened. They tried to do their own thing, which failed miserably. The Star Trek one was really bad. Maybe we'll lambast that if I can sit. Oh, and Vic was in that one too.
Your audio got a little weird there, Tokyo. I don't know if you changed mic or something.
Oh no, I'm sorry. Oh no,
there we go.
Changed handles in it.
Yeah, you're good now.
But yeah, Vic was in that too. He was a Cardassian.
Oh, in Tim's with the Renegades.
Yeah,
that's cool.
I can say I haven't watched this in years, but I watched it and enjoyed it, and then found out about the whole consequences of it. Made it rather sad, so I haven't gone back to it since then. Still, if we're going to make fun of it, might as well.
Right. Boosh and John?
I mean, clearly apart from any of the stuff going on with the fundraise and the other shenanigans, when I watched it just as a fan film, I enjoyed it. So, although obviously it has some issues we can discuss.
And Boosh said he was mainly just going to be sitting and watching on mute.
I'm here.
There you are. Final thoughts before our final pregame thoughts before we go into this.
Oh, I'm a blank slate, dude. I'm good. Let's go.
All right. Drop frame warnings, everybody, because this is being piped in through StreamYard, and StreamYard does not like this sort of thing. So,
all right.
Yep. Here we go. Prelude to Axanar, starring a bunch of people you know.
This is a galaxy-wide transmission of the United Federation of Planets.
And the Tokyo Gaijin channel.
The United Federation of Planets Historical Society,
and the Tokyo Gaijin channel,
association with Memory Alpha, presents the 4 Years' War.
Stardate 2241.03. Planet Arcanus 4.
2241.03. This is the year. They're doing the JJ version of the Stardate.
Yeah.
This is 4 digits.
Right.
Well, 4 digits and a point. Yeah.
Yeah.
Decimal.
So technically it could be Stardate 5673.5. I hate to give Discovery credit, but at least they got that right. Where the Stardates don't matter because they don't.
Founded nearly a century before, this research outpost has...
It's a Mini R7! There's where Captain Kirk beamed down with the party in the Mini R7.
The wall,
and
yeah, look at that.
Over here is Starbase 11, the ground facility.
Well, they've got their 23rd century architecture right then.
Yeah.
Every alien planet was this.
You have to have the wall right there to beam up in front of, right? That's it. That's your wall.
There's a couple of other walls there.
Yeah.
Too for more. I guess those are also transporter sites.
Yeah.
It's grown into a flourishing, full-scale city. It is a shining example of Federation progress.
Because every planet looks like this.
Conformity.
There could be no Federation without Earth. And the fact that the humans could lead the formation of the Federation.
You mean there could be only one? So far.
Just a few years after their war with the Romulan Empire is nothing short of extraordinary.
But it represents something very different to the Klingon Empire. Growing tired of diplomacy, their High Chancellor proclaims, if words were water, the humans would drown us all.
The bad blood between the humans and the Klingons meant that the job of preventing war and leading the peace delegations fell to Vulcan. Regrettably, we failed.
For 12 hours, the Klingon...
All right, technical problem. They got the sound effects wrong. They were using Federation phaser sounds and not the Klingons.
That is true.
Yes, I can nitpick this too. They should sound like woo 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 woo.
Disruptors. Yeah.
So bad. Yeah. I call cover up. This is not a Klingon attack. The Federation did.
Section 31.
Arcanus was an inside job. Yeah.
Well, here we
Arcanus
go.
was an inside job. You can use phasers.
They cut the beams on the building. Yeah.
Yeah. No, they were actually destroyed by antimatter cluster bombs underneath and then a collapse from the bottom. This was just a light show. Perfectly timed light show. Blame the Klingon. Loading.
disruptors do not stop. Arcanus is reduced to rubble. Thousands of its inhabitants dead, countless more missing. The first victims in what will come to be known as the 4 Years' War.
Oh no! The Klingons! Oh! Oh crap! The 4 Years' War! Before he became a Nazi sympathizer. Great.
You always
John.
gotta add that pre in there. Yep.
It's Jim Kirk.
Prelude to Axanar. Heil Hill.
He's drunk. He's drunk.
Dead Jim.
They've been expanding the empire for 200 years before the Federation was formed. That there would be a conflict with the Klingon people at some point was obvious to most of the members of Starfleet.
Gotta love Tony Dodd.
He's great.
JJ era ships.
That is definitely a JJ ship. Yep.
I do.
Well, they said everything up to the Kelvin. Oh, it's already past there, right? Yeah, so we're never mind.
Indeed, they did.
We're past the Kelvin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait. No, this is 2240s. Kelvin is 2250s, right? No, wait. No, you're right. 2233. Thanks to that line.
So this is before the Kelvin timeline split. All right,
Yeah.
I guess I get it past.
No, this is after.
Oh, it's
IL
after.
was like, what is the current start date? The start date. 223304. Where are you from? No! Oh no, the captain is dead.
And it's funny. They had this
Klingons were certain that they could merely take anything they
They
wanted.
had
Starfleet's early law.
never do anything with it. Sorry.
I couldn't hear what you said. I'm sorry. The video was
Oh.
playing. What did you say?
I was saying, yeah,
Yeah, can
and
you
with
volume a
Nero,
little bit, Bradwell, so we can
he could
get
have taken the ship to Romulus and tried to save the star because now they have decades longer.
They have centuries.
Yeah, centuries.
Yeah.
Nah, just gonna kill some Federation people for a star that technically at that point hasn't been destroyed yet,
Spock!
and get captured by Klingons.
I would rather die in agony than
There you go.
any assistance from you.
I was waiting for that, Tokyo. I was waiting for it. Thank you.
That's the best line in the movie.
I've tried to blot that movie from my memory as much as possible.
Smart decision there. Yeah.
I'd rather die in agony.
Hi, Chris. I'm Nero.
Hello, Christopher. I'm Nero.
Hi, Nero.
Hi.
Oh, that was his
Did
intro.
somebody get into the Romulan ale?
He comes on the screen. Hello. I'm Captain Christopher Pike. Of the Federation.
Hi, Nero. I'm Chris. This is the solar system.
Welcome to Vulcan.
Meanwhile, Saval's just like, press play, damn it.
His makeup is good.
Bosses did little to dissuade them of that notion.
All right, I've got a note. When Nintendo president Satoru Iwata died, the entire internet was all up in arms about it, and very sad. I was too, because I grew up with a couple of his games. And I'd asked Alec Peters directly if he would actually have a ship named for him. You can't deny Iwata's place in history. And one of his lackeys messaged me back and said, if you would like to custom name a ship, we will accept a $10,000 donation, and you can have a name. You can name whatever ship
Are
you
you
want.
serious? Oh my god,
And they were serious.
Of course.
Thank God I didn't, because I gave
How about
$15.
no?
I gave $15 to this project, and I want my money back because they're not going to make it. They can't make it. What a ripoff! This was the. This is like a law school that says we can accept you without a degree, which a lot of law schools do, but it's only about $300 a month, and you can pay off the rest of it when you get out of when you graduate and join a law firm, things like that. And it's just too good to be true. Everything was beautifully done. Everything was perfectly done. Not a mistake on the website, not a mistake in anything, right? And then you go to apply, and you can't apply because the school doesn't exist. That's what this is. This is so beautifully done. Like somebody painting a Porsche. They've got a Porsche, polish it up, looks like it's fresh from the factory. You go out, owner says, don't even test drive it. And you believe the owner because it looks so good. You go in and start the car, and the car falls apart right there on the owner's lot. It's crap. $10,000 for a ship. Get out of here.
That's ridiculous. Is this a D5 or a D? I'm not up on my Klingon ships. What is that?
Yeah.
I think within Prelude to Axanar, they call that D6.
Okay.
Yes. This is the 6.
A 6. Okay.
Coriana 6, Vesta, Arcanus. We took some major beatings the first 6 months. For most of that first year, our mission was just to slow them down while we fell back.
Unfortunately, the Klingons were unconvinced the Federation was any sort of match for them, and their belief in their superiority left us little room to negotiate. Well, at that point, about the only thing.
I'm trying to highlight this, and StreamYard is not acting in my favor. They did. They had a whole Vulcan scene. If we have time, we'll lambast the Vulcan scene too, just for completion. But the Vulcan scene was still beautifully done until they got shut down. Now it's trash. What they've got now. It's part of the Avalon universe right now, folks. It's not. Yeah, it's part of the Avalon universe now. No.
Should be hauled away as
I
garbage.
don't like where they were going with that. Pretty much, yeah. Or at least the Axanar parts.
We were doing that impressed the Klingons was dying well. And there was plenty of that.
The Klingon Supreme Commander, the architect of the invasions, was a warlord.
Am I
named
crazy or
Karn.
did that guy sound like me?
Karn the Undying.
What's that, Boosh?
That guy with the beard that doesn't sound like me at all. Am I nuts?
Hertzler?
That guy right there on screen.
Martok? Yeah. That's Martok.
You got to smoke a few more packs of cigarettes a day to get that kind of voice, though. You're not quite there.
What they called him.
Yeah,
The Klingons revered him. For good reason.
Vulcan intelligence is, if I may say, unparalleled, but even for us, he was a mystery.
Yeah, I'm going to go
Before
buy
we
some
get into
cigarettes.
this,
I'll be right back.
Yeah. That's a cigar and 2 packs a day.
Sound just like them.
Yeah, get that raspy cigarette smoking voice. Yeah, that's good.
Before we get into this, amazing. I just stopped this where it says Klingon ho.
Thundercats, ho!
Here. Oh. Disney Sheepherder, welcome.
Welcome.
Thank you. Please.
They got the window from the
Like
Death
button.
Star there.
Yeah.
Indeed. Klingon ho. Richard Hatch's interpretation of a Klingon is spooky. If this guy showed up on your view screen, if you were in command of a starship, guaranteed, with you knowing everything you know about Klingons, right? Take that knowledge. He shows up in your view screen. How many ensigns is it going to take for them to clean up the deck after you crap yourself? You don't know what I mean about this. Watch Richard Hatch's performance.
It wasn't until the formation of the Federation that the High Council began to take Earth seriously. And even after the Federation was formed, many on the High Council thought it as a mere political alliance. Starfleet was never seen as a match for the Imperial Navy. Certainly not one that would impede the growth of the Empire.
Their whole civilization, their whole culture, is a monument to the art of war.
The early campaigns. Yes, the Klingons were toying with us. They were using a strategy known to the Klingon people as
I've already spoken Klingon before.
He's had a little practice.
Yep.
It's like Tony caught himself. He was Kern for a second.
Absolutely.
Stop.
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with
About
that.
it. Then went back to human.
It's fine. I like his choice.
Yeah, me too.
I would love for his character to say, the Klingon.
Candyman.
Yeah.
Replicated bird meat. I was told to prepare for this. I want
Yeah, speak of our food.
money.
That Klingon that was talking, that's not how Klingons talk.
Loosely.
Yeah.
Well, would a Klingon
No,
even sit for
it's
an
not.
interview like this? I mean,
But I guarantee.
Exactly.
Wait, is there proof juice being bribed?
Especially John Gill in that era.
yeah, I mean, they'd be sharpening their blade or going into battle. I mean, if they caught him and interviewed him as he was doing something, it may have made more sense. But just seeing him casually sitting down for an interview, it doesn't fit the Klingon way generally.
He's sitting there sipping tea like petting a cat in his lap.
Mhm.
No.
Talking heads.
Yeah.
Karn, I have some questions for you. Would you like me to slit your throat when I'm done? Question.
Reminds me of that ambassador that the Dr. Mbenga killed on this show called Strange New Worlds. That's what it's reminding me of. Like a civilized human acting Klingon, right?
Yeah, that's the kind of feel I was getting from that guy.
Yeah.
What about a Romulan raised, Klingon, so like he's deep undercover for the Romulan Empire. Maybe that's why he's Klingon but off. Or am I just thinking too much into that?
I want to see more. I don't remember this at all.
I like the Romulan ambassador from Star
Roughly
Trek.
it translates as the strategy of least respect.
He doesn't like the ambassador from Star Trek 5.
Yeah.
Now that ship looks better, though. That's funny.
These ships look better than the JJ versions do.
Yeah.
Caitlin Dar. Oh, yes! The Romulan ambassador. The cigarette hanging out of his mouth.
Wouldn't that design just rip the saucer section right off of the main body? With the nacelles?
Isn't that what they said about the Jeffries Enterprise?
You mean the way the nacelles? Yeah.
I think it is space. I mean, there's no
There's no air resistance.
Yeah. Those torpedoes.
Yeah. That fell flat.
That's right.
The epitome of their arrogance occurred during the ambush of Inverness 5.
So people stop that are
The Inverness system, as you call it, was our first objective.
Inverness. 5 planets, all colonized.
It's the same city. And it's Coruscant.
Stardate 2243.3, the highly populated dilithium-rich planets of the Inverness system. For your kind, those planets are merely a source of dilithium. For us, those planets are sacred.
Say anything else about them, and I will slit your throat. Oh, don't worry. I'll edit that out before I become a Nazi.
Goddamn Inverness 5. What a mess.
It was the first time they used it on us. It was an old Klingon tactic. They had a word. Naktovit. Means devour.
Day after thing.
All right, I think we got some bad lag going on in this because we just dropped half the movie. Am I still on?
Yeah, you're here.
Yeah,
we got you. Yeah.
All right, because StreamYard's is like the finger at the moment. I want to backtrack a little bit.
They had a word. Naktovit. Means devour.
That's
Day after day. It was the same thing.
It's one word with 2 apostrophes in it.
Yeah, right.
I called into support some kind of counterattack.
Captain Sonia.
By the time I got into orbit, my orders had been changed. Attack called off.
So serious.
Battle was already over.
They called me a cougar.
They'd pull out of warp.
Not used to having women on the bridge.
Fragments of starships bouncing off my hull. Fragments of the crews as well.
18 starships destroyed.
Pick up the survivors, beam them up.
We'd be beaming them up. And one of two things would happen. The
We turned on
transporters
the
would blow
windshield
out,
wipers and made a mess.
or the Klingons would show up and start shooting.
I could look down from orbit and see trails of smoke.
Yep.
Now, that's not the Klingons' fault. That is just poor maintenance, you know.
Just a bunch of people at a barbecue.
Hertzler was smoking his cigars. Things got out of hand.
Before you get too sentimental, remember, these are dead Cardassians lying at your feet. Klingons made great CPU fans.
Noctua.
Well, that was it. Something had to change. We were done. An Andorian acquaintance once said, "Don't push the pink skins to the thin ice." Wasn't very eloquent, but the Klingons found it to prove quite prophetic.
Pretty damn racist, if you ask me.
Map time.
After 2 years of almost constant defeat, the head of Starfleet, Admiral Slater, is forced to step down. Across the Federation, billions wonder who would replace him.
I was on the bridge of the Xenophon. It was my first ship in the war. An old Markland-class destroyer. Lieutenant Kane, our comms officers.
I don't know what's so funny about that one.
Well, the picture was odd. Is that him? Is that Slater? No, this is somebody else, right?
This is Garth.
This is Garth. Okay.
No, this is.
That was a picture of him right after he passed gas on an elevator.
Yeah, it was an odd picture. Yeah, it was not. It was funny.
The picture was.
Halfway smirking because 6 people are dead in that elevator and he was responsible for
it. Something like that.
Oh, I'm sorry. That was a lot louder than I thought it was going to
be. And now 6 people are never going to work or back home to their families.
That's why that tower was smoking.
Yeah.
Said that there was a fleet-wide broadcast from Starfleet.
Admiral Slater's ass.
I told him to punch it up on the big screen. And that's when we heard it was Ramirez.
That name spread like wildfire. You ask anybody where they were when they heard it, they'll remember.
We are facing an enemy that is consumed and committed to our total destruction.
His first speech to the Federation Council was incredible.
An enemy that demands to be fought, and we will fight.
There were 40,000 people in Archer Arena.
But I say to you, our greatest challenge is not the might of a Klingon fleet.
And they all wanted one thing.
The greatest challenge laying before us is to do what must be done.
Kern, to regain his family name?
Without undoing the dream of the Federation.
Hope.
Candyman? Oh, Hope. Oh.
He's probably pissed off that they called
For
him
myself,
pink. And he's like,
I have but one fear.
Don't push the pink skins to the thin ice. Who the hell you call them pink?
You people.
Yeah.
You're talking about you people. You pink mo.
Right, exactly.
To show you how West Covina gets down, you Klingon piece of beep. Let's go.
West Covina.
Now, Watch. Tony Todd gets so into this speech that he spits on the camera. And
Good.
says, don't cut it. Watch.
I love his delivery of this.
Destroying the dream of the Federation. Compared to such a loss, I do not fear the Klingon Empire.
Spat on the camera.
Yeah, it was a little spittle on his drip on his lower lip there.
The Klingon Empire.
This reminds me of the Matrix.
The Klingon Empire.
I don't know what's worse. Not having spit cut from the final edit of your product, or on your milestone episode where you have Walter Koenig coming back as an older version of Chekhov. You keep the flies that are flying around your quarters on camera and don't edit them out.
I'm going to go with the flies are worse, because at least you can argue with the spittle is just emphasis for his passion. The flies were just, haha, fuck you. We're flying here. You can't get rid of us.
And also, the Klingons get to say he's a drooling idiot.
Yeah.
I thought that was Pike after the accident.
Pink. What you get? No, it was a continuity. Yeah, continuity. It was a gaffe from Phase 2, the Star Trek New Voyages. There's a scene where their Fakeoff was looking at himself in the mirror, and a fly just casually flew across the camera.
You made me think of
the pigskin spit on himself.
20 years ago on Broadway, Patrick Stewart was doing The Tempest, and I got tickets and actually got pretty close, so first or second row. And when he's acting, especially in that play, he's spitting all over the place. Yeah, he played Prospero.
Oh, cool.
And yeah, I mean, he was right there. Believe me, he was spitting all over the place. So I think I got some Patrick Stewart's spit somewhere on me that night. But he was very gracious, actually, and we saw him when he left the theater at the back door. But he was great. He was excellent.
Did you walk up and say, "Can you sign my spit, please?"
Yeah, can you put right here, right on my arm, right here, sir? Thank you, sir. Patrick.
It's actually Prospera. I don't know if you saw the movie, but gender swap.
Prospero, right? Isn't that what I said?
Prospera. Helen Mirren played the wizard in.
I didn't see that. I didn't see that version of it.
It was stupid, but the movie's good.
Okay, I'll check it out. I know
Russell Brand plays one of the pirates. I can't remember the name.
Okay, well, he's good.
Virus.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was creating fluid space with his spit. Get it?
Omnicast got it that night. That's for sure.
Absolutely.
That's right.
And they had like sand on the stage too. It was great. It was good. It was a good production.
Maybe.
Let's go.
It was a good speech. Until I heard Admiral Ramirez speak. I had not foreseen the possibility of a peace between the Federation and the Klingons, nor had I foreseen the possibility that the Federation might.
The battle cry of Admiral Ramirez sweeps across the Federation.
The first goal was to create a class of ship that could spring Starfleet back into action, back into battle. We had to leapfrog Klingon technology.
It was called the Ares class.
Wow.
It was exactly what we needed.
We had over a dozen member worlds working on it. It was the first pure warship that Starfleet had ever.
And now we have the true Akira prize.
What about the Defiant? Wasn't that specifically made for battle?
But
Well,
way
Defiant
after
was
this.
It's the wrong century.
Oh, that's after this? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't know the time frame of.
This is before Kirk took over the Enterprise. This is before the Enterprise, even, right? This is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's under construction in this.
Mm-hmm. This is between Enterprise and the original series.
As for Vulcans, though we limited our contribution to propulsion, environmental, and defensive technologies, there were many who wanted us to end our participation in the war altogether.
A Vulcan's gonna do what a Vulcan's gonna do.
That's right.
But the
You heard.
Andorians,
You
they were
heard.
happy to supply us the phasers.
Of course, Andorians love to stick it to the Klingons.
Start
Anyone,
at
really.
2244.1, near the planet Cygnus 3.
Who
weird
always
shit.
be.
Tony. Oh yeah.
No, the ship was very odd.
Detractors who think you're
Secondary
taking the
home.
initiative to assume that you're rushing the offensive. I disagreed.
The leadership of Admiral
Tell
Ramirez is a
Tony
welcome
Todd
change.
no.
But his grand plan has yet to be tested in battle.
We had the ships. We had a core of battle-tested commanders. It was time to take the initiative.
Well, that was Ramirez's first roll of the dice. And they landed exactly the way we wanted them to, the way we needed them to.
The code name was Operation Pegasus. Pegasus was the first test of the Ares class against the ship it was designed to defeat, the D6.
The Ares class looked good in simulations, real good. But data can only take you so far.
Data is in this?
The only true test for a combat vessel is combat.
I guess he was.
Oh, he would know. I mean, after all, it's fought as a human.
There will be no honorable combat.
What is it you said? No honorable combat?
No
Tell me,
rituals.
who is it changing? Is it Gowron or is it you?
More clocks a changeling. Glory to you and your house.
And your house. That feels better. That's why his eyes were always popping out. He had to take a massive dump every time he was on camera.
He held it in. He kept it.
Yeah.
I need my pain. I
Why
need
am I
my
always
shit.
talking to wall? I have to go to the John.
I think like a big insult would be one day, sometime in the future, a Ferengi is going to marry a Klingon. And just watch them lose their shit.
Well, technically, it already happened.
Yeah, exactly. Out comes Quark and Krilka. Glory to you and your Ferengi.
The new Federation ships were unexpected.
And then there was Garth. That mad Izarian son of a bitch. That was his day.
Garth likes to play down his contribution. Don't you believe it? What he did that day, no captain had ever done.
Lord
We got
Garth.
lucky.
Was that Bush?
Are you good?
Ah, I said no. No. No.
Take
Well,
your
that's the end of that.
So basically, the Federation
coming
got
back.
their asses handed to them, and Candyman gave
Oh,
a
my,
speech, got
pirate
the
bookmarks
Federation
have
dropped the
disappeared.
balls,
Uh-huh.
right back. Time.
Great. Now I have to clear my my browser history. All right. Now we're back. Yeah. It's there. It was there, but not anymore. Axanar was the Star Trek that was, but not anymore. It's gone. It's all fucking gone, Jim. It's gone. They're all dead.
It was Sonia's maneuver that gave me the opening.
Sonya pulled a feint to starboard. Garth just went for it.
Sonya pulled a feint to starboard, while Garth went right down the line, all alone in the end zone. Touchdown!
It was
No.
like a Klingon maneuver.
It was a new ship. They said she was tough. I want to see what she could take.
After the Battle of Sig, our ship captain started giving the Federation its due as a worthy adversary. And for the first time, we took notice of Garth of Izar.
It was a Klingon that gave me that name. I guess there are a lot worse things that a Klingon could call you.
Yeah, sure, I'll tell you. They called me Queen Bit of the Federation.
Man, every time, like every 5 minutes, this stupid thing just, all right. I mean, dumb down the resolution. Maybe StreamYards would like that better.
A lot worse things that a Klingon could call you.
Yeah, sure, I'll tell you. They called me Queen Bitch Whore of the Federation.
Yeah, no, they didn't. I doubt that.
The Ares class had withstood the trial by fire and passed through the gauntlet victorious.
The Ares had proven itself, and it continued to prove itself. It was bigger, faster.
It's playing smoother now. You put the resolution down.
Yeah. StreamYard sucks.
Agile, drip, drop. And it was better armed than anything we'd had before.
We had lost the advantage.
At the time, Starfleet crews preferred to fight among their own kind.
Crews might be Andorian or Tellarite or Vulcan or human. Each of which had their own strategy and tactics.
One that
Starfleet ships are like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. He drew Andorian that day. Regretted it ever since.
never knew who you were fighting. And knowing one's enemy is the first rule of war. With the launch of their newer ships and the experience their commanders had gained, our progress was slowed.
That'll buff out, I'm sure.
It was frustrating to fight Starfleet.
That Klingon ship just 9/11 that whole planet.
Confident in their Ares cruisers, this brash corps of captains took back 3 systems in 30 days. But the war was not over yet. Stardate 2244.9, Starfleet's next-generation heavy cruiser, is behind schedule. Admiral Ramirez himself arrives to deal with the problem when he receives a coded transmission
Where's the Enterprise?
from Starfleet intelligence.
Klingons were building something big.
We heard these rumors about the D7.
We'd proven
He says like the D7. Like the D's. D's7s. The Klingons brought out D's. We were done. We got some of Klingon D.
we could take on the Klingons. But the D7 changed all that.
D7 would break the back of Starfleet. We had 3 shipyards across the Klingon Empire built there.
If the Klingon High Council had listened to Karn,
If the High Council had listened to me,
they would have had D7s at Cygnus 3.
the D7 would have been ready for battle.
And all our new Ares-class ships would have been cut to pieces.
And we would have defeated the Federation.
Cheers.
become an arms race, a war of technology. The new class of ship was proving more complicated than we realized. We needed more time.
If the Klingons launched them first, we would have been outmatched and outgunned again. And by now, the Klingons had learned better than to squander that advantage.
I needed another option. I went to my 3 best captains, Garth, Ribot, Trask, and I.
Garth, Ribot, Trask. This came out, I believe, right around the time that Days of Futures Past came out, that X-Men movie with who plays the little Lannister guy? Gosh, I forgot his name. Dinklage. Peter Dinklage. Yeah. And he played a character named Trask. That's where they got it from.
Oh,
Trask was a bad guy.
Okay. Yeah, I remember Peter in that movie, but I always forget his name was Trask.
Yeah. And
just
you could, when the result of this meeting is told in the next, after a press play, you'll understand who had the worst idea, a good idea, and then, of course, Garth.
I asked them each for a plan of action.
The Admiralty had 3 different plans. The first one wasn't worth spit. The second one was a good plan, solid plan. But the third was Garth's.
Garth asked me, out of the blue, if we could have a drink.
That's when I told her I had an idea for a battle plan.
My first reaction,
Shocking.
let me just say this.
Someone asked her for a drink.
I was really glad we were drinking.
Garth and Sonia came into my quarters.
I showed him a rough outline of my plan, and I said, "What do you think?"
Sam sat there.
He looked at it and looked at it, and then he looked at me. And he said,
100% insanity. A bloodbath waiting to happen. That was Axanar.
Axanar. Its capture would put the Klingons within striking distance of Andoria, Teller Prime, Vulcan, and Terra. It is the heart of Federation space. Further, Karn's spies discovered that Starfleet's next generation heavy cruiser is being built in orbit over Axanar.
The
All right,
continuity
so
error.
I need to correct some fan misconception
San Francisco,
here
wasn't it?
Yeah, no, it was a lie. It was a lie to get the Klingons to attack Axanar. Of course,
I see,
the
okay.
Enterprise is. This is Earth. This is Earth.
Mm-hmm.
They were slipping. Garth slipped intel to the Klingons to get them to attack Axanar rather than Earth, because otherwise they would have invaded Earth and taken out the Enterprise before it was ever launched. So, yeah.
What did the Klingons call her?
This is his chance to destroy Starfleet's only match for the D7.
The chick, the Queen Bit
Bitch or something. Yeah, please.
yeah,
I'd like to call her the smoking hot mama of the Federation.
Oh my.
I think that's what the Federation's calling her. Smoking hot MILF for the Federation.
Izar knows Axanar is a target that Karn cannot refuse.
When Garth first presented his plan to battle the Klingons on Axanar, my first thought was how far he'd come. I mean, he was always an extraordinary explorer before the war. But I knew, in his heart, he was first a soldier.
We didn't sign up to be warriors. That's not what Starfleet's about. We proved that we could do what we needed to do to defend the Federation. I'm proud of everyone who I served with, especially those that didn't make it back.
So I signed off on the plan to end conflict with one final battle.
I just realized something. For anybody that's really having any doubts about Tony Todd, go watch The Visitor from DS9.
Make you cry every time.
Guaranteed. And that's all him. Him and Avery Brooks. Two gentlemen who could give a master class in acting in a seldom thought about episode of DS9. My gosh. Tony Todd's awesome.
At Axanar.
Oh, yeah.
D7 was the ultimate expression of the Klingon warship. Technologically superior to anything in the quadrant. We would launch her and devastate the Federation fleet. Stardate 2245.1. The D7 enters the war.
And ladies and gentlemen, mostly gentlemen, that was Prelude to Axanar.
Yay!
Woo!
The Klingon wasn't bad. I mean, I didn't mind him. I think the way it was directed and the way it was shot with him was wrong. That's what took me out of it. He wasn't bad.
I liked it.
Yeah. Now, was the rest of the series going to be like this interview style? Or was it going to be more, normal?
No.
Where there's sets and stuff and
more dramatic. Yeah.
Well, if you compare it to the Vulcan scene we mentioned earlier, that's more like a traditional scene from like a Star Trek episode.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We're going to see that in just a few minutes. And only because I'm timing YouTube loading up with StreamYard. This is terrible.
It got better when you lowered the resolution. It was less choppy when we put it down.
Yeah.
It was good, though. It was good to see the old actors. I mean, did they get paid for this? I mean, was this just done out of...
Yes.
Oh, they did? Okay. Yeah, I mean, it was good.
They got paid for it, which is part of the violation.
Oh, okay.
All right. And again, I believe this was also directed by Robert Meyer Burnett. So, which explains why it's so dang good.
And was the violation there because they used Soval?
Again,
Is that what the problem was with or it's just the whole universe?
Oh, a lot more.
I mean, yeah.
The whole thing, the whole thing. Because they made money off of it and people got paid for it. It ruined everything. All right, so here's the Vulcan scene, and I'll do this uninterrupted. It's only 3 minutes long.
That's good.
I sense your disapproval, Saval. Forgive me if I cause offense.
There is no offense when none is taken, Shanera. We've known each other far too long for that. I fear the Council is making a grave mistake.
The vote is cast. Ratification, but a mere formality. Vulcan will secede from the Federation.
Minister, the Klingons began this war to shatter the Federation. Our exit will ensure that outcome.
Will not our exit end the war, and thus bring peace with the Klingons?
Peace is not their goal. If Vulcan secedes, other member worlds will follow. Divided, we'll all fall to the Empire.
But what good is a Federation that not listen to us? We warned the humans that reckless expansion would provoke the Klingons. Why do you favor them, Saval?
When our people were lost, it was the humans who led us back to the teachings of Serac. They have united us, world upon world, in common purpose.
Your connection to them goes beyond logic.
Perhaps. Humans are impulsive. They ride the tempest of their emotions, but they grow stronger doing so. No other race has accomplished so much in so short a time. We could learn from them.
You must inform Earth that the Council's decision will soon be final.
You must help me change the Council's mind. We cannot abandon the Federation to Lyra. We must build a better future together. And chaos builds only darkness.
Fuck! It's not in production anymore. It's vaporware.
It was good. The writing wasn't bad, and the actors were obviously professional, top notch. I mean, it's good. It's a shame.
To paraphrase Odo, it's gone.
I liked it. Thanks for doing this.
That was great. So, guys, final thoughts on this. We'll start off with Brad Wolf. We'll just work our way up.
Well, I guess I would say for what it is, it's pretty good, but for what it's caused, oof. Next person.
I agree with that. Omni.
No, like I said, I mean, it was very well polished. The acting was great. The writing was not bad. I mean, I would rather sit and watch this over what we're getting currently from Paramount any day of the week, even with the green screen, and it's obvious, but I enjoyed it. It's a shame what happened, but it shows what's possible.
I agree with that too. Boosh.
Yeah.
The interview ideas, it's not my favorite. I thought they did a good job of what they had based on the idea of, doing interviews and then flashbacks and showing a bunch of space battles and the destruction that was caused. If they had kept with this kind of mood for Star Trek, this felt like Star Trek. Discovery could have been something great. And instead we got, what we got, which is, as far as I'm concerned, unwatchable. I saw season 1. I thought it was terrible. It's not Star Trek. It's this character's TV show that's just kind of based in the Star Trek universe. And this show feels more like Star Trek than that did, even though it's a series of interviews and flashbacks. And I like the acting. I thought special effects were great. You can tell it's a little under budget compared to, a big blockbuster movie or expensive TV show on HBO or something, but I thought it was good. I liked it.
Great. I agree with that too, John.
Basically what everybody else said. I thought they did a good job with this fan film. I just wish they hadn't got up all those stuff behind the scenes that in turn affected all these other fan films down the road.
Agree with that too, and I do agree. The politics really ruined this. This is actually the first time I watched this in a couple of years, and very disappointed about what happened and how it turned out. It had so much potential, but it just fell flat because it fell into a pool of nothing. And yeah, now he's got a good big studio over it, and it's part of the Avalon universe now and whatnot, but it didn't have to be. And one man getting all these millions of dollars just off of the GoFundMe campaign for the entirety of it. Just if you get over your budget and you got money to fall back on, but that money was not supposed to go in your pocket, and that was a big problem.
He raised millions on the GoFundMe? Millions?
He did.
Wow.
Just off of the movie we just saw.
So this came out with a series to follow, and raised millions. I don't remember it was that much. That's crazy.
Yeah, Axanar was
That's
actually
nuts.
supposed to be a movie, a standalone movie.
Hmm.
It's gonna be like a 2.5-hour flick.
And then
Directed
Star
by
Trek Continues was going on at the same time as this,
and Phase 2.
and Phase 2. The Tim Russ stuff was earlier, right? And then you get a couple of oddball, like European ones coming out every now and again, right? Like
Yeah,
Czechoslovakian actors and stuff, and green screen.
Intrepid.
Yeah, exactly. Huh.
Now it's all toast.
Yeah.
Thanks to these guys.
Well, you could say that, but it could have always happened that way. I mean, you know how the studios are. You know how they could be, and it's their property. They can drop the hammer at any minute on that, money or no money.
And they did.
Yeah.
And they did.
If nobody's watching it, the studio's not going to care. If you have millions of views, they're going to care. If the studio knows that if they're noticing you, you're doing something right. However, you're going to be doomed. So,
yeah,
like you said, with Vic, right? They gave him a chance to at least finish it. They gave him a chance to do at least the last couple episodes, right? When this was all going down. Yeah.
But if it wasn't for, I think Axanar would have gotten made even with the millions of views. The problem I have is the money management. That's where the number one issue for me was. And Alec Peters made the mistake of putting everything on his books, including his own personal withdrawals. There's your problem right there.
Hmm.
And, the GoFundMe, which was wildly successful, Paramount actually wanted that money back.
Well, he could have returned it to everybody too. That's always an option, right?
Could have, yeah.
If Paramount came in and said, "You're done," he'll say, "Okay, I'll just return all the money I collected that I didn't spend yet to the people that donated."
He did.
Yeah,
but
right.
he didn't do that. He should have.
Not giving it to you, right? Yeah.
And that was the final death knell for fan films as it is. Now it's forcing everybody to do revolutionary thinking and more, better ideas for presentations and things like that. But it's just not what it used to be.
So how did Vic do it the right way? You have to spend every dollar you get in donations, basically like a church, right? You can't profit from it, but there's expenses, right? So if let's say it costs $10,000 an episode of Star Trek Continues, he'd have to spend every dollar of it, but he can't take any money from himself. He can't profit, but he can spend on expenses of like building the sets but you got to pay people too, right? The lighting people, the camera people. I mean, right? You have to pay.
No, you can't.
You can't.
Nope.
What about a construction person to build the set?
Nope.
Contractor? No.
Everybody's got to be volunteer.
So what does the money go for then? I mean, just electricity for the building? I mean, that's what are we talking about? Okay.
Yeah, it can go into the production.
Okay.
It can go into the production. It can go into pizza delivery. But
all right,
everybody that works on it has to be volunteer.
I see what you're saying.
Because you're replicating copyrighted work. It's basically plagiarism.
Right.
On a more industrious scale. So, the contractors have to, I love Star Trek, so let me get a couple guys that I'll pay out of pocket, come and do this. But I think, did we lose Brad Wolf or did we lose me?
No,
I think it's you. I think it's you, and I think you're on Mikey's internet connection tonight. That's what it sounds like. You're borrowing his modem.
Probably. Let me redial that out. Damn AOL 3.1.
Ooh. Oh man.
I miss the 90s.
I know.
You got that online date with your girlfriend on AOL. You're looking forward to talking to her all day. You log in. 1-800 number goes down.
You reminded me of that. They used to have busy signals back then. You couldn't, right? At certain times of night, you couldn't even dial in to AOL. Yeah.
Yep.
That was funny. I totally forgot about that until you brought it up today or yesterday, whatever it was. And,
And, crazy. I dropped AOL. No, did I? I dropped AOL years after a couple years, and had Prodigy dial-up. And it wasn't the original Prodigy anymore.
It wasn't the content. It was just the dial-up service at that point, right?
Dial-up service, right?
Yeah.
And I would get 56K speeds on that every day, all the time. And
that was fast.
Yeah. And I dumped AOL completely, and I had AIM.
Right, free. Everybody had that.
Yep. That was great.
Yeah. The good old days.
Man, the 90s were so freaking awesome when it came to computing.
I work with people that were born in 2002, 2003, 2004. So it's like they don't remember any of that. You know, and they go, gee, I'm getting old. I mean, it's like, wait a second. They don't remember life before, broadband or dialing up, or even a fax perplexes them, or a landline phone. They don't know how to put somebody in hold because they never used a landline phone until they came to a professional building, like an office or something. They never had to. Everything was cell phones, right? So they don't know even how to use it.
I work with a guy. Now, I work at a programming classroom, so I teach programming.
Oh.
And got this new guy. He's a college grad. Knows a lot about programming, so everything's great. But the thing is, we teach gaming. We teach game development, game programming to kids. And I'm coming up with these very easy to program lessons, basically programming Atari 2600 games.
Okay.
And all this guy is asking is, what's this? What's this? What's this? What's this? What's this? So I said, you've never heard of Pong. What's that?
Oh, God.
How about Breakout? Isn't that... can I get this on Steam?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Arkanoid.
I said, well, this programming language, this looks like BASIC. What's that?
Come on. They have to know that.
I said, you're a computer science major, and you don't know what BASIC is.
He has to know what it was in his textbook. There's no way he could have not known what BASIC is. This guy's pulling your leg. There's no way.
At some point, no, I found out he was dead serious.
Oh, no.
It's awful. It's like, I can't talk about this guy. It's like, have you ever played Duck Hunt? What's that? And I said, now you're kidding me, right?
Now
like,
you're, yeah.
Seriously, never played Duck Hunt.
Although I can almost see that one because they didn't have the CRT screens for a long time now, and you needed one to play that game with the light gun, right? So you almost get to pass on Duck Hunt, but the rest of them you mentioned, come on.
Oh no. See, I don't give them a pass on Duck Hunt. If you're a game dev, if you're learning, or if you're learning to teach gaming history, if you're learning to teach game dev, you need to know where this stuff is coming from. And if you don't know Duck Hunt or light gun technology,
right,
at least know about it. You don't have to program it, but you got to know about it.
What if you knew about lethal enforcers? You get all right. That's good enough.
Still
Okay.
light gun. Yeah, it's still light gun.
Lethal enforcers.
Especially no concept of bare metal. This is true. It's true. Or better yet, you remember those Sega CD games, like I forgot the name of this one, where they had like the game was FMV.
Yeah, full motion video. They cut cutscenes.
When you shoot the game, it's still light gun technology, but it triggers
A video.
different set of video.
Yeah.
That
was it Night
where
Trap?
the guy kills or you
that
die?
was the one,
Yeah.
right? Night Trap or
No, it's not Night Trap.
yeah.
Wasn't Night Trap? I forgot the name of it. There's one that was like Wild West.
Oh yes, I know what you're talking about. Which one is that?
And I'm too lazy to think about it.
And that was also an arcade game too, wasn't it? It was not
Yes,
Mad
it
Dog
was.
McCree or something. Mad
Yeah,
Dog.
that's it.
Was that what it is?
That's it.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's the one.
And if you miss, some clown comes up and says, "Oh, you missed it by a mile," or something like that, right? If you missed a shot.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Ever see the game with A Town with No Name?
I don't remember that one.
The Angry Video Game Nerd did a video of it. It was
Oh
terrible.
yeah, he's funny. I recently have been experimenting with the Mister system, the Mister multi-system with you can emulate hardware of all the old systems. And I never had Sega CD as a child because it was too expensive. You needed 3 pieces of equipment basically. It was too much. I didn't do it back then, But now I'm getting to explore those Sega CD games, the Sega 32X games I never was able to play before. And it's interesting. Even Neo Geo was untouchable. Those cartridges were so expensive, and
so huge.
But now I'm playing them. I'm like, gee, I'm kind of glad I didn't get the system because they're all Japanese like fighting games. They're all the same almost. Like I didn't miss much. But at the time I would have given my left arm for one of those. Like, oh yeah, I want Neo Geo, but I didn't know.
$500 a cart.
Oh yeah, they were humongous.
Oh. We lived in upstate New York. My brother used to go to the video store and rent the Neo Geo. It was like the most expensive rental there.
They're huge. They were humongous. And couldn't you bring the memory cards with you to the arcade, and you can like save your scores or something? You can play the game at the arcade, then play the game at home, and
you can do that
something.
Here.
Okay,
you can do that here now in Japan, but I don't think you can do that in the States. You couldn't do that there.
They had that back then though with the Neo Geo. I remember that distinctly. If you had a Neo Geo at home, and you went to the arcade with the Neo Geo, you can do some kind of crossover with the memory cards. I don't know exactly what it does, but there was something. TurboGrafx 16. That was the other one. Or PC Engine, they called it around the world. Like I never had one of those, so I'm playing those games too. They're not bad.
Not bad
Some
all.
of them.
I want to grab this comment right here. Star Trek board was cool at FMV PC. Yeah, Star Trek board was incredible.
That was good.
So
and they used a lot of Star Trek actors too in there. Like all the actors in that Borg one were like guest stars, right, from Next Generation and stuff. 3DO
Klingon was awesome too. I had the original box for Borg, and the original box still had this. It was like I don't know what they did. They reused the same patterns, I guess, or the same PDF file or whatever as they did with Star Trek Klingon, but it had a little sticker on it that said directed by Jonathan Frakes, and that game was not directed by Jonathan Frakes.
Huh.
Klingon was.
But not, and the Borg one wasn't, I don't think. Yeah.
But Borg was good. We could do a watch party for... Nah, I don't know if we could do a watch party for Borg.
They have a video. Well, you think the copyright hit it, you think? Yeah, probably.
Because it's not the game, because it's somebody's actual video replayed.
Well, they just compiled all the full motion video from the game.
Right, but the only way to show game footage on YouTube is to actually play the game.
Oh, okay.
That's how we get around
Never
that.
mind. She's like, I give my left arm for 3DO. Yep. I don't know about that.
The ship's counselor later became a Z primate D.
Borg was fully on
still
YouTube.
Is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I can't use that video. No, nobody can actually use that video in a restream like that. Would actually have to get the game somehow and stream the game itself in order to avoid copyright. But using somebody else's video that they did the same thing, YouTube's not going to look too kindly on that. YouTube doesn't look kindly on a lot of things. That's why I need to go to Rumble. And that's why I am on Rumble, folks. This live stream will be up on Rumble probably within the next day or so. I've got one more live stream to upload onto Rumble, and you can watch it there. And then you'll be able to watch this here on Rumble. Yeah, you'll be able to watch this on Rumble as well. I just need 2 more followers, folks. Click the link in the description below to go to my Rumble page and
Tokyo,
follow my Rumble channel. I get 2 more. I can stream there, and that's where I'm going to be doing most of my streams anyway.
Yeah, Tokyo, I'm on your Rumble now. You now have 5 followers.
Awesome, Brad Wolf. Thank you. 1 more to go. Brad Wolf, you are amazing. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Go to my Rumble channel, and there it is. There it is. Let's see if it will let me go live. Create. And wow, thank you. I can now live stream on Rumble. Brad Wolf, you are amazing. Thank you, my friend. Thank you. Thank you, John. Thank you, everybody that's following me on Rumble. I can get off this platform. Oh.
I said this on a stream earlier this week, in the comments anyway. YouTube removed one of my comments on a video and gave me notice that I was cyberbullying because I called a manager in this story about malicious compliance an idiot because the guy was an idiot.
Yep.
And you're cyberbullying. I've said worse things and not been, had a comment removed like that. It was so weird. YouTube has just got their heads up their butts.
And here's one reason why I won't go back to Facebook. A couple of years ago, when I was on Facebook, well, let me walk back something real quick. I am on Facebook, but I don't post on Facebook. I lurk, and I use Messenger because there's people I talk to.
Yeah.
But I'm not active on Facebook at all. I'll see your stuff maybe once in a while, maybe a couple of days or so. I'll go into Facebook and look down my page, but I'm not really on it. But a few years ago, when this whole thing with Ilhan Omar was coming out about her being married to a brother, I had made a message about, or a post about her being married to her brother was disgusting. The post got me suspended from Facebook for cyberbullying against somebody's marital status. I kid you not.
Permanently?
Incest. Yeah, incest. No, not permanently. I think it was a 30-day ban. Incest marriage is protected on Facebook.
Alabama's got him by the balls.
This is my sister cousin. My sister cousin wife.
I won't be cyberbullied.
It's not weird. We use a condom.
It's not like we have kids. No, you're married. That's disgusting.
Yeah.
Like, ugh. Not even half siblings. I'm sorry, but no. No way. If you're a man and you got a sister and you don't look at her and want to puke, you got something wrong with you.
Well, I mean, not puke. You can look at your sister and be like, "Hey, how you doing?" You don't have to be like every time you look at her.
You should though, because you're not supposed to think of them that way. It's gross. Ugh. Like you don't want to walk in on them in the shower. But Ilhan Omar actually has absolutely no problems with that.
Mm-hmm.
And go ahead, YouTube. Take this one or block this one. This is going on Rumble anyway. It's going to get seen there. This might not be up for very much longer, but that's okay. Got new life on Rumble. So, folks, follow me on Rumble. Link is down in the description. That's where most, if not all, of my live streams are going to be broadcast. I might have to watch each and every one of them going through YouTube and edit them to post them here. I might still be live on YouTube, but I have to take it down on YouTube and edit it. Because there's a lot of stuff I want to talk about genuinely that YouTube will not allow me to do. There's rants I want to go on. There's rants I know you guys want to go on too. But know that you can't because you're going to be on YouTube. And
no free speech.
So we're just going to do it on Rumble. The live stream can still be managed by StreamYard, but we'll just be on Rumble. You know, YouTube needs to get its head out of its censorship butt because nobody else.
No, they need a restructuring from the top down. They've got their tech teams working on who to block and going through people's videos and finding stuff from years ago and saying, okay, that's not allowed today, retroactively giving people strikes on their channels instead of, fixing their platform. The polls in live chats don't work anymore. The likes showing up in real time don't work anymore. Sometimes you'll have comments showing up before the video even drops. It'll say this video showed up at this time on this day, and there are comments prior to that. These aren't huge issues, but they're issues. And instead of dealing with them, they're going on these crazy witch hunts because people are saying things that, the public shouldn't know about, or the public shouldn't talk about, which is insane. I'm an American. It doesn't make any sense.
It's a shame that we have to run to places like Rumble for a safe zone, a safe space to be unsafe.
Well, there's I don't know. You guys know who Howard Stern is. I don't know if you knew. He came out with a movie called Private Parts.
Yep, good movie.
Yeah, I liked it. I thought it was pretty good. One of the things the executives at NBC says, or WNBC says, is he has the most listeners of any radio station in the nation. And Pig Mama goes, for God's sake, why? It says, well, he has a lot of people that like him. Number one answer is, I want to see what he'll say next. And then the other demographic is like 36% of the people that listen to him hate him. And then he's like, why would they listen? Because they want to see what he says next. Censorship does not allow for that mindset. And it's kind of disgusting. If people don't like what you have to say on YouTube, they are free not to watch it. It's not pornographic in nature. It's not, derogatory. It's not defamatory. These are public figures. People like Fauci. We're allowed to talk about Fauci, but we're not allowed to talk about Fauci. I think it's ridiculous. Right. Sorry to interrupt.
No, you're on topic. No interrupting. You're on topic.
No, you're right. I just got on and I subscribed, but you have two channels on here. It says the Tokyo Gaijin and then Tokyo Gaijin.
One's my user. The other.
Oh, is that what it is? Okay.
Yeah. One's my user.
Your user? What are you, Tron?
All right, I'm following both.
Awesome.
So you have 6 now, just so you know, for the record.
Yeah, and I'm following myself. So that's how I can pull it off, because the user, Tokyo Gaijin, is following the Tokyo Gaijin channel.
And you have a problem with incest.
Indeed. All right, so I think I've just decided what I'm going to do. I'm going to keep all of my regular hoo-ha chat to Rumble, and we'll do some more lambasting of fan films on YouTuber. Now, next film, folks, I'm kind of in a little bit of a confusing situation because I don't know what to do next. Let's see.
I like the Vic stuff, but that's always fun.
Vic stuff is great.
Yeah, Star Trek continues.
Yeah. Yes, I stand with Vic. Take that, haters. I stand with Vic. Put up not a poll, but I got like one answer on Discord, and then they started talking about sports. Okay, so next up, guys, this is what I'm looking for. What should we do next? Star Trek Phoenix, Star Trek Horizon, Pacific 201, Starship Farragut for want of a nail, or any Avalon Universe show?
I don't know what any of that is, so have at it.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm in basically the same boat. I know a little bit, but not a lot.
Phoenix sounds familiar.
Okay. Let's see. I'll go back to YouTube and present the screen. Do a little bit of a
somewhere in Japan. Key stream will begin soon.
Star Trek Horizon. Even though it's already started and about to end. Let's see. So here's the trailer for Horizon. Spoiler alert, I liked this. The whole movie was great. The long one.
That's what she said.
This is Admiral Varric. Turn over the fugitive, and the Romulan Star Empire may consider leniency.
Go to hell. You and your crew have been through a lot the past 6 months. I wish I could say that it gets easier, but it never does.
6 months on a mission to bring back Tamar on a whim, that it might change the tide of the war in our favor.
The issue is the intel that she brought us. The Romulans are building a weapon of mass destruction 2 light years from Earth. We're getting telemetry from the Samir, the Vulcan ship that was sent out.
5 ships, 2 base structures.
Obviously, this must be stopped at all costs.
All hands, this is the captain. I know that we are preparing to go into a dangerous situation, but we have done the work and we are ready. I couldn't be more proud to be serving with you. Lieutenant, maximum warp.
That's the next.
You successful in recapturing the fugitive.
The Earth vessel Enterprise intervened at the last moment.
The fugitive must be stopped at all costs.
Whatever it takes.
Oh, future guy.
Mr. Captain, all hands, abandon ship.
Who we are. What we are. We should never lose that.
Vulcans, Romulans, humans. Are any of us really that different?
Rich, that last hit knocked out the port nacelle. Best I could give you is
Non-canon ship.
22 casualties reported so far, sir. 15 fatal.
I want you to know what it feels like when your world burns like mine did. That is the only reason you're still alive.
Yeah.
Pew 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 pew.
Yeah, it looks good. Winter.
It looks interesting.
It was 9 years ago.
Yeah, all right. Well, it's
Wanna
new
do
to
that
some
one?
of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
I'm fine with that.
Yep.
Let's do it. We'll do Horizon next. Figure out a
And the
date
Tim
and
Russ
time
stuff
and
isn't
put
bad
up
either.
the,
Of Gods and
information
Men.
On, yeah, I want to sit through something good before I sit through something that sucks.
Fair enough. Is that the Horizon that left the book? I just want to know which Horizon was it? And on
No.
the Ioshan planet, Sigma Iosha.
None of it. Nope. No
Wasn't
relation.
them? All right.
Nope. No relation.
The book.
All right. I gotta get my day on the road, folks. Channel plug time. We'll start with Brad Wolf. You got anything?
No. I just mostly use YouTube to watch videos, so. And occasionally go on streams, so.
Yeah. And you're more than welcome to come aboard anytime, Brad Wolf. So whenever I'm live and if I got the open invite, click on the link. You're more than welcome to come up anytime.
Okay.
Omnicast.
No, I just lurk around, hang out with you, and John DeMarco's channel obviously is spectacular with Jeopardy, and also we did a question and trek this morning, so that was fun. So I just I'm a guest star, I suppose, but thank you for having me. This is always fun.
Same invite to you, Omnicast. Anytime I'm streaming and I got the post up or the link up, click on it. Come on back.
You know,
same for all of you guys, including Boosh and John, of course. Boosh, how about you? Anything you want to promote?
Sometimes on Saturday nights, well, it's actually pretty late, maybe 1 o'clock in the morning on Sunday, I stream with Tim's Talk. That's the name of his channel, is Tim's Talk. When he does stream, which is very inconsistent. I will at some point be starting to stream Shadow of Mordor. I just got that for the PS4. I put it in just to see if it works. I got to the part where you talk to this little guy named Ratbag. I learned that I am not good at that game, but I will be streaming it and see how that goes. It's the channel name's the same as it's just Boosh McFadden.
Sweet. John?
May live stream, I may do it in installments. I don't know yet.
Yeah, no big deal. I'm inconsistent myself, so. Mr. DeMarco, God or Sakari?
As others have mentioned, we do a Jeopardy on Saturday nights, usually on my channel. So you're all welcome to check it out. We bring contestants in from the audience, and we do mostly Star Trek themed trivia. I also usually release videos on my channel on Mondays and Thursdays. So check them out if you're interested. Thank you.
Indeed. And if you want to join us on Jeopardy, speaking for myself and Omnicast, who are usually regulars on the show,
yes,
watch John's video, because those videos will help you win.
Indeed.
Yeah. So subscribe to John, watch his videos, come play some Star Trek Trivia Jeopardy.
Set a course for 310 Mark 215, right?
Warp 6.
310 Mark 215.
John, I was meant to ask you, is that you scoured all of Star Trek? That's the only ones? You had like 4 or 5 in your video. That was it?
Those are the only ones that I could find that were an exact match.
Okay.
There were some of the ones that were just a little bit off.
Okay.
The ones that were reversed, 215 Mark 310. I would have thought those would count too.
I thought about it, but I thought I'd just stick with the ones that were exact, at least in that video.
It just rolls off the tongue. It's just like it's a great line. It's a good course to set.
I think it's just as bad as somebody reading tech, where they're supposed to input the technobabble.
Technobabble, yeah. Insert coordinates.
It's Klingon tech. They're going down. The Klingon tech is offline. What's offline? Oh, I'm sorry. The inertial dampeners. Just as bad as Joe Biden reading his cues.
The Framus intersects the Ramistan at the approximation of the dingle knot.
How you going back?
Good tell him, Jack.
We kind of lost Tokyo.
So I'm going to step back, turn left, and head down the hallway and meet John. Go get chicken with him.
And not fall off the
Corn
stage.
Pop, who's a bad dude. Corn Pop of Frosted Flake.
I got hairy legs.
Listen, fat.
There's one
Take
word
you
to
out
describe
behind
the
the gym.
country. It's blah, 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 blah,
For
blah.
me,
That's
for
the one.
the is a pusher. Brock and me try to work towards trigonometric oppression.
That's good.
I think I speak for the entire nation when I say, what?
What? And we can't be afraid to stand up and say the Pledge of Allegiance because we are one nation under, the thing.
Men and women are,
The thing. They like my, the thing. No, we don't, Joe. No, we don't.
It's a 3-letter word, jobs. All right.
I've just got 2 words for you. Made in America.
Maiden. No, you mean made in, not maiden.
Maiden.
Not
Nice.
made in America. You mean made in China, right?
There's a girl, maiden.
Yeah.
He reminds me of the pack lead from Star Trek Klingon. John would get a kick out of this one.
Reginald.
Yeah, right where they were about to beam him off the bird of prey. He goes, I could get you 2 of something. He beams him off.
Why are you naked? Never mind. Don't answer that.
I'm not. I got a shirt on.
Well, this was fun.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
This is great. I got to get going. Have a little bit of a light lunch, and we'll pick up my kid from one school and bring him to the other.
I didn't like the curse words. I thought that was out of place.
YouTube will ban the video anyway. Don't worry.
Yeah.
It'll be fine.
It just doesn't feel like Star Trek when they say things like that. Like the worst curse word I ever heard in Star Trek up until recently was damn.
Oh, you mean from that actress, the horror bitch one?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
that was out of place. That was out of
That's
place.
a bit much.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You didn't watch Picard season 1.
Yeah, but even they didn't go there. They didn't.
Fucking hubris.
Oh, you're fucking hubris. That's right. Yeah.
What? I remember Spock in, I think it was the 5th one where he says, damn you, sir.
Damn you to hell.
Damn
No,
you,
he says,
sir.
damn you, sir. You will try.
That's right. To
I
court.
can't think.
He cursed in
General Court.
4.
Oh, no. In Star Trek 4,
He cursed
The
in
Voyage
4.
Home, he says,
Double dumbass.
double dumbass on you.
Yeah.
But that's taking place in, 1980s America. So people did curse in 1980s America. But in the future, there's not a whole lot of curse words going around. So it just feels out of place to me.
Yeah.
I agree.
What do you think you're doing? You have no right to be here. Yeah, speak up now. On something the hell to communicate. Communicate what? You have no right to be here. Captain, if we were to assume that these whales were ours to do with as we please, we would be as guilty as those who caused their extinction. Listen, Buster, I don't know who you are, but I want you guys out here right now, or I'm going to call the cops. It's okay. You don't have to go. They don't. You didn't mean any harm. The hell you were, Buster. Your friend was messing up my tanks and messing up my whales. They like you very much, but they are not the hell your whales. Suppose they couldn't then, huh? The hell they did. Right.
Right.
Spock, about those colorful metaphors.
What did he say? He said something in the truck.
What
Oh,
about
yeah,
them?
he's a mental
I don't think you
patient
should
or
use
something like that.
You look too much
forget.
LDS.
LVS, right.
That's right.
LDS. That's right.
Right.
LDS.
Captain, the use of language has been olden since our arrival. It is currently laced with shall we say, more colorful metaphors. Double dumbass on you and so forth. Yes. Yes.
Well, piece of the action, they were talking different, right? They were speaking with that gangster kind of You know, even Spock was
smiled a little bit.
Yeah, well, he forgot. He died and then came back. He forgot about that. His memory's still not 100%. So,
It's Mr. Oxmix. You're a piece of our action.
Spock, please call me Jim. Why does he keep calling you Captain?
It would not be
Admiral.
Referred to you as Jim while you were a command admiral. Also,
Admiral. That's right. Next question.
I must apologize for my attire. I seem to have misplaced my uniform. It's all right, Spock. It's all right, Spock. We know. I'll ask Savick where you left it last night. I was only 17, Captain. I was only 17.
You're not my real father.
All right. Well, Boosh out. Have a good one.
Yep.
Time to go.
Yep.
All right,
Thanks for
everybody.
having me.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe, like, follow me on Rumble. Subscribe to these guys. Follow these guys. These guys are awesome. On behalf of John, Boosh, Omnicast, Brad Wolf, I'd also like to thank DJ Ronnie G for coming.
Yes.
Let's see, and we've also had Disney Sheepherder was here.
Mm-hmm.
I believe as well. Disney Sheepherder, thank you very much for joining us. And thank you to all of you who sat through all 2 hours of this wonderful show. And we will be back sometime. Click on the bell notification icon to get notified whenever I put up the placeholders for these videos. And look forward to Star Trek Horizon will be our next attempt. And we'll do something after Horizon. We'll do a Tim Russ one.
Yeah.
And we lost Boosh. But anyway, we're going to lose this all. Everybody's going to get lost anyway. So take care, everybody, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
See you guys later.
Which channel? Hang on. Which outro should I steal? Whose outro should I steal? We did World's Greatest Food Review Show, and then we did Brave Wilderness. Who's next? Want to choose one? Ami, Brad, John?
I'm drawing a blank right now, so no.
Why don't you do like what Bob Barker used to say when he would close The Price is Right?
Oh, spade and neuter your pets. There you go.
Perfect.